Yes, people, welcome to another video with me, TomGetsBuckets. This week we have a new / old style video. So we have a underrated versus overrated. For me personally, there's not many people that are underrated in the NBA. I think it takes a lot to be underrated. There was a shout a few years ago for people like Colin Sexton. Even now you've got people say Kemba. I personally don't think they are, but we move. So I just wanted to quickly go over something that sort of made me feel good this week. So I released a 2K video, my first any sort of gameplay I've ever done, and it's gone down really well. I was happy with the views and everything, like the interactions I'm getting messages, like saying people enjoyed the video, they want more. So we will be doing another one just based on people's reactions to that. I just want to say thank you for everyone who watched it. If you haven't, go down. I'll leave a link somewhere to my previous video. And yeah, so I'll just take a second. Make sure you click that subscribe button so we can grow the channel further. Like the video, share with your friends. Let's keep this thing going. So, first of all, we have the Melo Ball. Controversial player. Nobody thought he would be the main guy at the Hornets when they drafted him. I personally didn't think so anyway, considering they already had Hayward. They got from us for practically nothing. That was a great steal, that was. I don't know what we were doing with that. But everyone knows how Danny Ainge works. Gets these big players, big contracts, and lets them go for absolutely nothing. Anyway, Melo Ball. He was slow to get minutes. Very, very slow to get minutes at the Hornets. But in those minutes, he showed he could do more. So they gave him more minutes. He continued to grow. He's a regular player now. He's getting the minutes he deserves. I think he is underrated for the future. Not so much now. I think he's overhyped now. I think there's a lot of hype around him. I personally think that he needs to do a bit more to cloud his potential. His potential has a lot more than his hype, I would say. If he reaches the potential, he deserves the hype, and so on and so on. It goes hand in hand with these things. So I would class him as, at this moment, underrated but overrated. I know we're sitting on the fence, but he's just one of those rare players that if they reach their potential, he's going to be incredible. But he's very easily blinded by the lifestyle. Obviously, during a pandemic, it's a lot easier to just train ball and but when it's normal life and he's got those outside voices, I know everyone knows that his dad's quite involved in his career. But yeah, hopefully he becomes a really good point guard, and I'm very excited for the Hornets' future. Moving on. Wow. Here we have the meme himself, Tyler Herro. I call him Herro. People say Herro. It's just one of those names. This guy came to my attention last season in the bubble when he came up against my boys, and he just annoyed me. He just come off the bench, he'd hit a three, then go sit back down. I'm like, that's just a pet peeve. Like, they're the sort of players that really grind my gears. Like, yeah, I get it. He's got a lot of potential. Maybe one day he'll be a top 50 player. He's definitely not a top 50 player right now. He's probably not even the top 80 in my opinion. If you're coming off the bench, you can't be in a top 50 conversation, if I'm honest. You've got to be a starter. I saw ESPN ranked him in their top 50, and he was ranked higher than people like D'Angelo Russell, Zach LaVine, Blake Griffin, and there were so many players I just thought deserved to be ahead of him There's no way he can make my top 50. So yeah, Tyler, get in the starting lineup, do your thing, become more consistent, get your minutes, bang, you're in there. But until then, overrated for me. Here we have. I thought this one would be a quite good one to do because between me and my friends group, he divides opinions. The man, the powerhouse, the beast, Zion. For some reason, the NBA have decided to choose him as their poster boy. There were so many other options they could have chosen. People like Giannis, who's just an absolute beast. But I guess, I don't want to put it out there, but he's not. Zion's American. So they're going to obviously want to push that. He's everything the NBA look for. He's strong, he's fast, he battles everything, and I can see why they want him so badly. For me, he played 24 games his rookie season. He's having an okay, a mediocre season now, and I just don't think he deserves the hype he's getting. The only reason he's talked about so much is because he's everywhere. He's on the 2K cover, which he never deserved. He's on most NBA adverts. Just there's a picture of him. I'm like, what have you done to deserve this? He's truly one of the most overrated players in the NBA. He was ranked 19th by ESPN. 19th. He played 24 games and got ranked 19th. He came above Kyrie, Bradley Beal, Jamal Murray, Paul George, Karl Anthony Towns. If they're not trying to push him into greatness, I don't know what's going on, because there's no way he would rank anywhere near that if it was a fan-voted poll. I just think, so turning into a rant now because I just can't get my head around it. When you've got players like all sorts, everyone just wants to push him into the right direction. He's in our faces. Going back to the 2K cover, we had the Mamba edition. We had Dame on the cover this year, and then Zion. Again, Giannis, he would be great on the cover. We had Anthony Davis last year. He would have been brilliant this year after the season he had. There's so many players. You could have Luka on the cover. Just angers me how they market these players just because of their hype. Zion's a great role model if you're 12 years old and you want to make something of yourself in the NBA. If you're 12 years old and you're going into play ball, model your game on him, because that is, we may not like it, but that is the future of the game. You've got to be strong. It's not so much about abilities, and yes, he's a great player. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying anything against his talent. He is a quality player, and he will go very high in this game, very far. But look at all these players that are coming through now. They're big, they're strong. Unless you're a point guard, you've got to be massive. You've got to start hitting that gym early, boys. You know what I mean? So, yeah, for me, overrated. I just wanted to have a little chat about where we want this channel to grow, because this is my 5th video now. Obviously, I want this channel to grow, build a sort of community out there. I look at people on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, just sort of the whole community, and I feel like there's a need. I don't know if it's the pandemic, but I feel like there's a need for togetherness right now. So I would like to do something for, hopefully after the pandemic, maybe we do a whole, throughout the UK, we would all, every account, YouTuber, whoever would want, we would obviously have to limit it, but we would have a tournament. UK like social media influencer, whatever you want to call it, tournament. And me personally, I think that'd be amazing. I would love to organise that. If you think it's a good idea, let me know in the comments. I will reach out to a few people. If they see this video, come reach out to me. Just shout me out on Twitter. I'll leave the link, my app down below. And yeah, hit me up if you think it's a good idea. I think it'll be brilliant for everyone after the pandemic. Really get people into ball. Just get people outside, because nobody likes being locked in. Well, we've had enough of it now. We had some good news that looks like it's going to be summer. We'll be allowed out. So I want to see those courts full, people, buckets everywhere. I want to hear those nets ringing. So yeah, here we go. That's the end of the video. I just want to say thank you to everyone who's watching. Like, share, subscribe. Spread it like Corona. Not literally like Corona, because that's a bad thing. But we know what we mean. Get this video out there. Let's grow the channel, and let's build something amazing. So I'm TomGetsBuckets. I'll see you next week. See ya.